Cat, stop. All right, sorry about that. All right, I'm gonna hang out for a minute and let some people get on here. So for those of you, nobody's on here yet, but you may be watching later. When I get a live, when you get a notice that says I've got a live broadcast coming, it does not work. That's probably YouTube. So hopefully they're working on that. And I got somebody here. Y'all say hi if you're here. So you have to actually go to my channel and look for the live version. It's not going to be the link that that is shown out there. So, all right. So we got one person on, two people. Y'all say hi if you're here. Let me know you're here. Otherwise, I'm just looking at myself in my computer monitor. Doop, 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 doop. Not gonna go there. 7 people. Hey guys, if you're on, please say hi so I know you're on there. I'm just kind of 9 people now. Just tell me hi. Kenneth Smith, what's up, buddy? You got 1. That way I know you're looking. 10 people. All right, man. Y'all, Texas Crappie Assassin, how you doing, brother? Thanks for the shirt. I'm glad you got it, buddy. Yeah, Kenneth won one of our drawings a few weeks ago, and man, I've got some exciting news, and I'll tell y'all later. I'll keep hitting about it. I'm not going to tell you tonight, so you got to hang up there or hang in there, and you'll find out. But Stinky Grasshopper, dude, I love that name. That is awesome, Stinky Grasshopper. I play a game called World of Tanks periodically, and I got a name that I started back in college called Eat Dirt. And I'll tell you the story someday, but it's not appropriate for now. John Bain, how you doing? Mark C. Heidi Clark, how you doing? You know what, guys? I'm gonna keep going. Mark Williams, how you doing? Dave Owens, Charles Brown, aka 911, South Carolina. So that South Carolina shows me what I need to know. Guys, do me a favor. Post the not the country, God dog it, the state that you're in. Let me see where you're at, where you're from. So while we're hanging out here, kind of watching for that, Idaho, South Carolina. Guys, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but we hit 1,000 subscribers the other day. Grand Haven, Michigan. Wow. Man, that's cool. Stinky Grasshopper. Grand Haven, Michigan. That is awesome. Missouri. So, hey, Stinky Grasshopper, golly, I can't say this yet. I've got an exciting announcement, and I want to go to in your area. I'll just say that. Coming up, Missouri. Let's back up your way. Fish Richmond Chambers, big slabs there. Yes, sir. I've not fished that lake, but I actually have a tournament there this year, I think. I got to check on there. Mark, I knew you were in Texas. Thank you for telling us, though. John Bain, Tennessee. I was up at Reelfoot Lake not long ago. Mississippi, Northwest Pennsylvania. Joel sent me. You talking about which Joel? Let me ask you a question, Stinky Grasshopper. Wait, you know what? I know which. Grand Rapids, Minnesota. My cheerleading buddy. Yes, I was a cheerleader. I was in a cheerleading team. I was a mascot. Kendall, sorry, Lafayette, Louisiana. That's it. Memphis, but Chicago tomorrow, Major Brown. All right. We just got off the phone. Oh, man. Oh, hey. Awesome. That's who Stinky Grasshopper is. I just talked to this guy on the phone. I'm glad you're here, buddy. Thank you. So, guys, we just hit 1,000 subscribers. All right. So what does that mean for this? That means that you guys, at some point in time soon, and I'm sorry, my camera's here, my monitor's here, so I have to look weird. At some point soon, y'all gonna have to deal with um, with advertisements. But let me tell you what's going to happen with those advertisements. So you guys know that, oh, where is it? Let me turn my camera up a little bit. Right there, Lone Star Warriors Outdoors. It's backwards on that, but that is my nonprofit organization. We work on suicide prevention for combat injured veterans. We work on PTSD recovery. So the money that happens, or money that we get through those advertisements, every one that you guys watch, if you click on it, I think it's more. I'm not quite sure on all that stuff yet, but the money that we get through that, I'm giving a pretty big portion of that back to my nonprofit organization. So I'm going to keep some, but the reason is because that allows me to continue to go out and fish and go to Illinois, go to Michigan, go to Idaho, go to South Carolina. Allows me to do all that stuff. So that's kind of where we're going with this. So I think y'all see my boat on the YouTube channel, Lone Star Warriors Outdoors. That's my nonprofit organization. That's what we're working toward, guys. So that's what happens here. So in Lafayette, Louisiana, I'm going. Me and Kendall Frederick. So I grew up in Lafayette, Louisiana. I fished at Chaffalaya Basin, and I'm going down to meet Kendall, and at some point, we hadn't worked out the dates yet. I don't even have his phone number yet, but you know what? Here, hold on one second, Kendall. I'm gonna send you my email address. Can't even type. .org. I changed it. All right, Kendall. There's my email address. Send me your phone number, bud, and let's work on getting together and doing this. Chaffalaya Basin, guys. If y'all don't know this place, it's the biggest swamp. The second largest bridge in the world is between my hometown and Lafayette, Louisiana is where I grew up. Baton Rouge. It's a 23-mile bridge, I believe. And yeah, Kendall, definitely give me an email with your phone number and let me get in touch with you, okay? Heidi Clark, thank you so much. Yeah, y'all look it up. In fact, I'm going to give you the address here. Give me 1 second. I type slow. Warriors. There we go. Sorry. Nothing like being in pressure with people watching you type. All right, so there's my my organization website. Go check that out. Lake Whitney, Texas. Thank you, JT. So anyway, guys, yeah, we hit 1,000. So let me look at something. I'm gonna flip. Oh man, I hope I can do this. I'm gonna check out real quick. Hopefully you hadn't lost. Or yeah, there we go. 1,025 is what we're at now, guys. So what I'm going to be doing here, I've got a big announcement here that's going to happen in a week and a half to 2 weeks. And I will say I will be giving something big away in the range of $150 to $200 thing away. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to work on building this channel. And yeah, y'all stay tuned for that. This week, this Thursday, I'm going to release my video for the actual tournament that I did last week. And no, I'm not giving away a Livescope, Major Brown. Yeah, I don't have a $2,400 budget. I'm broke. But yeah, we're going to work on something, and I'll get it all in the works and I'll let you guys know. And so basically, I'll put a video out, and you guys like it, share it, and anybody who comments based on that video will get put in the drawing. So yeah, we'll work on that. Let's see, first live over 3 months. Hey, thank you so much for being here, Stubbs. I'm glad you caught me too. You know, Mark Williams asked him I'll release more than one. a week. Right now, the answer is no. And the reason is because these fish, man, they are so finicky. And not only are they finicky, the weather is terrible. So I can only get out and fish 1 or 2 days a week, if that. And plus, I've had some things going on. My father went in the hospital, back surgery. He's down for 100 days of doing nothing. In fact, I need to call him today, or I'll call him in the morning. But you know, the editing time, it's hard to do. But let me get into summertime. We'll say April, May time frame. I may start doing a couple a week. Because at that point in time, I'm able to fish a little more. I can fish 3, 4, 5 times a day, or a week, excuse me. Right now, it's based on the weather. I'm lucky to fish 1 day a week. So I'll start putting more out there. I can start saving them up for these times a year, for this time of year rather, and start putting more out there. But yeah, eventually we'll get more than 1 a week. But right now we're pretty much on Thursdays. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you hear that? Yeah, those fish, man, they're terrible, dude. Right now, weather here in North Carolina should have snowed 4 inches. Man, you know what? I'm in Tyler, Texas, guys. Tyler, Texas. Look it up on the map if you don't know where it is. Dallas is right here. Shreveport, Louisiana, right here. I am right there. The snow happens right above me. So I'm here. Yeah, there we go. I'm here. The snow happens right there. We don't get it. We get it about every 5, 6 years. And so I go out in a 4-wheel drive truck and pull people out. I love it. Hello from New Jersey. Thank you, Angler Issues. Man, I love that name, Angler Issues. He's a new subscriber here. I saw him the other day. Thank you so much. Todd Purser, what's up, Sarge? Thank you, sir. Todd goes back where I'm with a ride group. We do side-by-sides, mud riding. Golly, I don't have my anything in here. Yeah, I was hoping I'd have my something. But anyway, our ride group is called A Lot of Debt because pretty much everybody's in a lot of debt. Lots of debt. Yeah, pretty cool. So Todd Purser is part of that. Kid Crappie, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's tough to do 1 a week. I know, man. It is. I caught Kid Crappie's live show the other day. If y'all hadn't seen him, go check him out real quick. And I appreciate the shout out, Kid. The night he gave me one. And so I appreciate that. Suggestions as on other channels. Graph reading things where we don't have to do. Man, you know, you're right, Mark. And that's, you know, I kind of went through a little stage where I had filmed some of those. If you wouldn't look back, I had the lock, the graph lock I did. What else did I do? The battery charger. And I've got a couple other ideas I'm going to do. And the problem is 2 a week is tough, dude. I'm not going to lie to you. But when I can get out and fish and kind of include a little bit of fishing with it, and then say a Livescope video, for instance. So one of my highest ranking videos, I'm up to around 9,000, a little over 9,000 views on, is my my Livescope transducer. And so my wife was telling me the other day that I need to go out and do another video like that. And I do. I need to do something. I'm thinking about doing one on Livescope settings, on how to set your Livescope up. So that's one thing that I'm looking at doing. But you're right. There are other things to do. I mean, without going saying, okay, guys, let's check the tire pressure on our trailer, showing the numbers that you got to look on the tire. I mean, it's just hard to come up with a whole bunch of stuff. So I appreciate it, and I will be doing more. Just give me a little bit of time, and that will happen. Let's see. Fishing is tough, though. You're right, man. So Kid Crappie, the fish. If you watch my last video, I was prepping for the tournament, and I caught 2 fish in 2 days. I didn't fish hard, but I'll just go ahead and prep you for this next video that's coming out Thursday. I caught 9 fish and only 7 were legal. And that was in, let's see, 7, roughly 8 hours of fishing, 7.5 hours of fishing, 7 fish. Man, they were just scattered right now. I caught some in deep. They're working their ways to shallows. I've got a guy catching them in 4 foot of water right now at Lake Palestine in Tyler, Texas. But the problem is they're just not in one spot. And so they're staging. And then we had 2 foot of water come in the lakes that pushed them out, scattered them out. I'm hoping when I go fishing Tuesday, that's my plan right now. If the weather keeps going, I'm hoping to catch some. I'm hoping to get them staging up again and going from there. So, yeah, it's tough fishing, man. It really is. This time of year is not my favorite time. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's see. Thanks for the shout out and support. Hey, man, thank you, Kid Crappie. I appreciate it. I'm gonna post up a jig video time. Man, you do that. I've got a guy. So y'all probably saw my video. What was it called? My wife laughs at it. Getting jiggy with it. Hey, I'm 51, excuse me. And so, you know, that was kind of my time. But a guy gave me these jigs. And so I went to his house the other day and he was showing me some things. He actually molds his own jigs. It's amazing. So I'm gonna get with him and get some more supplies. And I've been practicing a little bit. I'm gonna do a live video on jig tying here soon. So you know, we'll see what happens here. But yeah, who said that? Let me look back. Texas Crappie Assassin. Yes, definitely do that, man. 'Cause I like to watch it. May help me out. Oh, I'm sure it will help me out. I just started doing this. So, Chad Smith, hello from Tyler, Texas. Man, that's where I'm at too. Tyler, Texas, brother. Always looking for somebody to fish with. So, let me copy this real quick. I'll post my email address and feel free to shoot me an email with a phone number. And there we go. And just tell me where you're from, and that way I know. And maybe we can hook up and do some fishing. Kenneth Smith, do a 10-minute fish cleaning video. I didn't do a 10-minute fish video or fish cleaning video, Kenneth, but I did do about a 6-minute one. I actually did that about 3 months ago. But I've gotten a little better, so maybe I should do another one. Chippo Fishing. Hey, brother. Chippo, guys, Chippo, I got to say, you've never seen his channel, go check him out. He's looking for some subscribers. But Chippo, every week, gets on and says, hey, man, how you doing? And the video's over. He's like, man, I missed it again. He got it this time. That's why I actually put the, hey, guys, I'm coming out here soon. 30 minutes, I put that on there. So, Chippo, I'm glad you're in here. Chippo, I forgot where you're from. You're over North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, somewhere in there. Georgia, I can't remember. Let me know where you're from, Chippo. Yeah, they're scattered big time. Texas, Crappie Assassins need a string of warm days and nights, and they will. Yeah, man, you're not lying, dude. So it's about, what is it? So I think it's 65 degrees roughly. They start spawning. That's when, man, that's when things turn on, if you can find them. You got to find those dang fish, and you got to find the right spots. Yeah, it's always hard for me to get it, especially in a boat. Half the time you got to actually be on the land. We had a huge drought here where the lake went down about 8 feet back in. See, I went to Afghanistan in 2005, came back in 2006, and that was when the drought happened in '05. Came back in '06. The water came up. There was grass on this one spot, about 4 feet deep, and man, I slayed the crappie. It was amazing. Central North Carolina, Chippo. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, sir. Let me go back up here. Get crappie, warm days. I'm hoping for the snow stays away. Yeah. So Stinky Grasshopper. Let me just tell you about him. I just talked to him on the phone here about literally 3 minutes before I called you guys. First name is Adam. Make sure I got that right. And I won't tell you his last name, but he probably wants to stay anonymous. But anyway, he also works, does a little bit of stuff, and I don't know I don't know his whole story. He also does some stuff with combat injured vets and PTSD recovery, and he's got a great story. Heard it from a good friend of mine, so I think a lot of y'all saw a video about my friend Jim Brazier that passed away, and we had a memorial for him this weekend. So I got to hook up with a good friend of mine, Joel, also from Michigan, and hadn't seen him in 24 years, and he looks the same. He's just longer hair and a little bit uglier, you know. But just a good guy, man. We were talking about some stuff at dinner, and he told me about Adam, and so I called him, and I'm gonna call him after this video's over. So anyway, yeah, I'm glad you're here. Stinky Grasshopper, man, I love that name, dude. That's awesome. Ditch the boat, put on waders, man. Mark, I'm telling you. If you've seen William Oliver, he's doing the waders, and got a little thing that may happen with that, but yeah, I'm good for that. But also, let me just tell you, there's not a friendly snake in the world. They are all poisonous. They all deserve to die. If I see a snake, I'm gonna run over women, children, and I'll scream like a girl. That's just all there is to it. You know, I'm the big army man, but yeah, no, I don't like snakes, and that's going to be an issue. So I have to have 3 people in that party, one in front, one in back, and probably a AR-15 or AK-47, because I'm going to unload in a whole bunch. I need a combat load here, because I'm going to unload on a snake, and if I see another one, I need to be reloaded. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm worried about that. So, Daltrey Park, what temps have you been out fishing in? Low 40 is about my cutoff here in Mississippi. What part of Mississippi you in, Daltrey? Yeah, we fished the other day. Our tournament, I think, was, if I remember right, 30 degrees. Tuesday, I'm going fishing. It's supposed to be 29. You know what? I'm not a big. I don't like the cold. I mean, I don't mind the cold, but I'm not a big fan of the cold going 60 miles an hour. But for fishing, I'll do it. So I don't have a problem with it. So yeah, what part of Mississippi are you from? Because this year I want to go to Lake Sardis, and I want to go to. Somebody just sent me a message on my Facebook channel. Which is another thing. I want to go to Lake Sardis. I want to go to Grenada. Those are 2 lakes I want to go to in Mississippi. And that brings me up another point. Guys, remember, we are on Twitter and Facebook. Sleep at the Reel on Facebook. Post any questions you have. Guys, I want to make this an interactive page. So any questions you have, just post them out there. So yeah, about 29 degrees, probably 30 degrees is the lowest I've fished. 29, which they say 29, so it's probably 28 or 27 on Tuesday. And that's okay, as long as I catch a fish. If I don't catch a fish, I'm going to be a little ticked off. Oh, I missed Jerry Jeremy. Jerry, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the last name. Spites. There we go. Huber Springs, Arkansas. All right. Don't know where that is exactly, but I will tell you, if you're into mud riding, we have our fundraiser for Lone Star Warriors Outdoors out in Hillarosa at Hillarosa ATV Park. And feel free to come out there in October. We're doing a whole thing. The whole thing is for combat injured vets, raising money for us for the organization. So we'd love to have you out there. But thanks for being on the channel tonight. Let's see. Let me go back down here because I know I missed a couple. Chad Hilliard, how you doing, brother? Just got out of church and saw you were live. Man, I'm glad you were on here, brother. Chad's one of my, if it's the same Chad Hilliard, he is one of my guys, one of my combat injured vets that went on a hunt with us. And I appreciate you being on here, brother. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Matt Norman, welcome, Chad. Yeah, there you go. You saw my snakes. I did, Mark Williams. And I commented several times, I'll run like a baby, run over women and children. So let's see. Congrats again, Chris. Got to go. Hey, Texas crappie. Texas crappie assassins. Thank you so much for being here. That reminds me, crappie. So I've been watching some of these videos, and I've learned. I'm probably gonna do a video on this, but I've learned why some people call them crappie, some people call them crappie. So pretty much, I think every state has a legal limit. So in Texas, it's 10 inches. If it's under 10 inches, it's crappie. If it's over 10 inches, it's a crappie. That's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? We have to bring Matt Norman on the field on the fishing trip. He's sitting beside me, jealous because he didn't get invited. Hey, come on, Matt. Let's do it, brother. We'll make it happen. Let's see. Tupelo, Elvis's birthplace. Man, hey, Daltrey Park. I am actually. How far is Tupelo from Memphis? I wonder. I'm going to Memphis sometime in the. I gotta check with my wife. October time frame. I'm thinking about taking 2 hours. Okay. I'm thinking about taking my boat because they're gonna go look at the Elvis. They're gonna go all the Elvis stuff, and you know what? I was born in '68. I listened to Elvis, but I just wasn't a huge Elvis fan. Nothing wrong with him. They just wasn't my music. And they can go do that. I'm going fishing. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Jerry Lee, hey, you know what? You're a vet. Thank you so much for your service, sir. If you were combat injured, we limit to combat injured. I saw another one there. Okay, the same one. 24 years in the Army. That's exactly what I did. 24 years, 9 months, 9 months and 18 days to be exact. If you were injured in the line of duty in Afghanistan or Iraq, that is what my organization covers. We can't cover Vietnam, and the reason is because talking is kind of what we do. We got to get the guys together. We do groups of 3 to 5. If I can bring 2 guys and 2 don't like each other, they're not going to talk. But if I get 3 guys, then somebody's going to get along with the other one, and it's going to work. And anyway, yeah. So if you have a disability, VA disability because of combat injury, please go to Lone Star Warriors. Let me type it out. Lone Star Warriors, LoneStarWarriorsOutdoors.org, and there's an application on there. Fill the application out and see if we can't get you on a hunt. I can't get everybody on. I'm sorry, but there are a lot of guys, but we do our best to do that. So yeah, Jerry Lee, thanks so much. I appreciate it for your service. Rattle Trap Fishing, how you doing, buddy? Man, guys, 22 people. This is amazing. Thank y'all. Hey, y'all smash that like button for me if you would. Make it all, make YouTube know that we're here. My son went to Iraq, but fortunately he was not injured. Thank God, Heidi. That is awesome. But I will say, let me rephrase. I'm gonna go back on my deal. PTSD is an injury, and if you are rated by the VA on PTSD, then that does count. It does not have to be a physical. I don't deal with. I'm not worried about a Purple Heart. Um, I'm worried about a VA qualified VA injury. So if he does have PTSD, then by all means, have him fill the thing out. So guys, hey, let me just ask y'all real quick. What are y'all seeing right now? Fish. I know we talked a little bit about fish are scattered. Are y'all seeing that as well? See any vets in Michigan want fish? Man, yeah, Stinky Grasshopper. I'm going to call him. Like I said, I'm going to call him in a minute. But apparently, he's a good fisherman. And so, if you're in Michigan, he's got an extra seat, and you can reach out to me. I put my email address out here a couple times, and I'll get you his phone number. So I don't want to put it unless you just want to put it out there. Stinky, I love that name, Stinky Grasshopper. That's amazing. But yeah, he's got spots out there. He's a veteran as well, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. So anyway, what are y'all seeing with the crappie right now? Y'all seeing them scattered? You seeing them? Anybody catching them shallows? Help me out here a little bit. Whitney has come up 3 feet in the last week. All fish are scattered. So yes, it's kind of the same thing, man. This weather right now, I mean, it's been raining here since I went to church this morning. Water temperature about 53, and that's pretty good. I was last week. I was here in Lake Palestine. I was at 49 water temperature on the top of the water. So you're a little bit warmer than I was last week. It may be changed now because we did have some sunny days. Lake Tyler was tough the other day. Caught 3 in a few hours, but they are definitely scattered. Matt, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I fished Lake Tyler about probably 4 times. I've got some brush piles out there. The problem I have with Lake Tyler is there's people that, well, once you drop some trees in a public area, it's not yours anymore. It's public, and there are some people that are pretty dead set on the fact that that's their brush pile. You get off of it, and so I really haven't gone to Lake Tyler a whole lot because of that. But yeah, maybe you can show me around. John Bain in middle Tennessee, very scattered with staging, and it rained a lot. Cold front, they backed off. Yeah, man, that's kind of what they're doing. Here we are getting our trees are budding. I mean, we're actually getting leaves. It's been so warm lately, but it gets cold and gets warm. So these fish are just kind of weird. Rattle Trap asks, "Are you Matt's wife, Heidi Clark?" I'll let you answer that. Oh, she said, "No, I'm not." There we go. I like this. Angler issues pushing up from the north end of the lake lake shallow. Okay, yeah. So they're working their way here. I know they are. And I forgot where you are, Angler. But they're working their way from, like, they were right before all the rain happened. They were staging in about 10 foot of water, working their way to the shallows, and some were in the shallows already. The rain came in. In fact, I drove down. I put a picture on my Facebook the other day. A big section of lake that I'm crossing over, and this is kind of a cove, and it was split right in the middle. So it was red dirt, just red water right over here, and this was nothing. But the fish were staged over here by a bridge the week before. So I'm thinking they're going to be up in there now. I'm going to go try it. That mud's pushed out. They may have been feeding in there with the new nutrients that came in, and hopefully they're working their way back out that direction. So I'm going to work out there this weekend or Tuesday and see what happens. Let's see. Okay, Grand Haven. Yeah, Matt asked, or I'm sorry, Todd asked where Matt was from. So hopefully you saw that. No, I'm sorry. Todd asked where Stinky Grasshopper was from. Adam is from Grand Haven. By the way, Joel showed me pictures of the bridge outside his house. It is amazing. It is a beautiful place. I want to go up there. So I am going to go visit. Congrats on reaching 1,000. And as always, thanks for your service. Thank you, William. I appreciate it. If y'all have not ever checked out Hook City TV, the old Fish and Ken, you need to go do that. So I was on a live broadcast with Fish and Ken. Our Fish and Ken was live, and he was trying to reach this 28,000 mark. And I just said, yeah, I'm trying to reach 1,000, you know. And he did a 5-minute thing on me, and boom, it happened. And I got to give all the credit to him. Fish and Ken's an awesome Christian guy. Love him to death. He's a brother of mine. Yeah, y'all go check him out if you have never checked him out. I'm hoping to fish with him again here soon and make something happen. Let's see. I have not fond memories of me and my dad going crappie fishing when I was a kid. Getting back into it, and yeah, you know what, Heidi? You never. It's like riding a bike. The only difference is, where maybe you used to have a bell you rang right there. Now you just push a button and it rings. In other words, there's a lot more technology out there, but fishing is fishing. You got a line, you got a pole, and start fishing. Yeah, Ken's pretty cool. I love Ken to death. Fishing Ken and old Pops, his dad. Hook City. Yeah, just keep going after it. You know, that's all there is to it. I bought Livescope when I started, and I thought that was the worst $2,400 I ever spent in my life. And I actually hired somebody to take me out fishing on my own boat, a guide, and set my Livescope up. And once I figured it out, I loved it. But you do not have to have Livescope to fish. You just don't. So do it the old school way, like I used to do. Go out, find you a structure, whether it be a bridge, rocks that you know. You can use side a Helix 10, 12, whatever that has side imaging. Find the brush, mark them, go back, throw a buoy in, and start fishing. I mean, it's easy to do. Yeah, you should have a good time. Heidi, in fact, when you catch your fish, get on Asleep at the Reel on Facebook and post it up there. Let us see it so we can all congratulate you. Please. Let's see. Been up there before, a family around Niles. Oh, cool. Northern Indiana. I knew something was wrong with you, Todd. Just playing. We troll for crappie here. Yeah, you know, so Stinky Grasshopper Adam, let me explain the difference. So trolling, and I'm assuming you're doing spider rigging. So spider rigging is big, but not in Texas. The reason is because you are legally allowed to have 2 poles in the water. So in Mississippi, for instance, you may have, I can't remember, it's 8 or 9 poles just rigged out on the front of your boat, just scattered out there. I see that all the time. Tennessee, the same way. When I went to Real Foot, there's guys spider rigging. I've never seen that in my life. We can only have 2 poles in the water, so spider rigging is not much fun. So for us, you know, we're fishing, and we have a lot of lakes, Lake Palestine, Lake Fork, Lake of the Pines, which is all timber. I mean, you've got to know where you're going to run your boat past idle. And so that's how we fish here. But I think that spider rigging is pretty interesting. I just don't know how to do it. Never done it. I kind of wouldn't mind maybe sometime shooting a video with somebody that spider rigs. So y'all let me know. Now, I do troll around bridges. I've got a video out there where I go out to the bridge, and I'll troll right around there. So I figure out where the fish are, and get my trolling motor about 40%, so roughly about 1.5 miles an hour, and I just troll right around there to where they're not gonna, if I drop it in front of their face, they're not gonna grab it. But if it's moving, they will think quick, boom, and grab it and go. But I'll tell you, with these fish in pre-spawn now, they're not at the bridge. You'll see on my video, I'll give you a little teaser. I figured, you know what, I'm gonna go out to the bridge if I have to, and I can make my fish up to get my 7 fish. I couldn't catch a fish at the bridge. It was crazy. Let's see. 8 poles. Okay, so 8 poles. I knew it was somewhere in there. I knew it was a lot more than I had. Let's see. We do a bunch here. Mark C. We troll with a 1/8 ounce jig at about 1.25 miles an hour, or 25 miles an hour, or about 3 rods per person. Okay. All right. Only 2 poles in Idaho. Cool. Well, I'm glad to know that we're not the only crazy people in Texas. The sad part is, so the statute of limitations in Texas is 2 years and 1 day. So I always start my stories out with 2 years and 1 day ago. I was fishing on a bridge, and I have about 12 poles out there. I was on the bridge, and yeah, can't do that. I didn't know that. Never got caught, thank God. But yeah, I'm pretty good at following rules. The problem is I just gotta have to know the rules. So anyway, hey guys, look, I appreciate y'all for being here. It's 7:42, doing this about 42 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. But I want to thank you all for being on this. Thank you for being part of this channel. Thank you for getting us to 1,000. You know, I'm just a guy who jumps here on video and does stuff, and for some reason y'all liked it, and I appreciate that. You know, keep sharing this if you would. Share our channels. Keep watching, because I'm going to put a video out here pretty soon with a giveaway, and with that giveaway, we're going to try to get some new subscribers. And once we do that, we'll be a little bit higher. I can't give you much on this, but thank y'all for being a part of this channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating. I mean, you guys are just, y'all, I've got nothing to talk about on here. I really don't. I'm getting on here and reading y'all's comments, and that's what we're talking about. So it's up to you guys on what we talk about. I thank you so much for that. Let's read a few more, because there's a couple more came in. We troll with 12 to 16 foot rods, Mark C. Okay, good to know. For back of the boat, stinky grasshopper, and I've seen them both. I've seen people spider rig on the back, seen them on the front. Thank you, Mark C, for enjoying it. Rattle Trap Fish, see you. Check his channel out as well. Thanks for your time, sir. Angler, thank you so much. Guys, I appreciate y'all for being here. I'm going to start trying to do this every Sunday night. Just keep an eye out. I'll start doing just keep in mind when I put a thing saying that I'm going live, don't click on that, because it never works with YouTube for some reason. You just got to go to my channel and just keep updating. So pretty much 7 o'clock on Wednesday, on Sunday nights, I'm going to start doing this live. And we'll kind of make this a routine, and I'll come up with some good stuff to talk about. So guys, thanks so much for being here, and good luck Tuesday. Thank you, sir, Mark Williams. And yeah, thanks for being here, guys, and y'all have a good week, and I hope it's a sunny week and you get to catch some fish. Y'all take care. Have a good night.